everyone, so today I am going to do a review and demo for you of the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation Plus Concealer. Mine is in number 9 Neutral. Let me first tell you why I got it. I had a sample of it in that colour and I thought one day I'd try it, and I put it on and I was a bit scared of the colour, but when I've applied it I thought after a while it looked really nice and I really enjoyed wearing it. Just that once, that little sample, so of course I ran out and bought it. But because I thought that the sample was a bit too neutral, I thought I'd get something more yellow. So I went for number 8, I think. Actually, let me see what the number 8 is. So, golden neutral. I thought, okay, it's golden but neutral at the same time, so it will be good. No, it was so yellow I looked jaundiced. So I went and swapped it for the 9 because I am wearing it right now. Okay, let me just read here what Clinique says about this foundation. This is a foundation and concealer in one for a natural beyond perfect look that lasts all day. And it's true. Lightweight moisturizing makeup covers thoroughly without clogging pores. Skin breathes comfortably, color stays true even through sweat and humidity. Due to the rich pigment level that enhances this flawless coverage makeup, shades might appear deeper when first applied, and that's very important and very true. The shades do appear very scary at first, and when you put it on you think, oh no, this is just so wrong. But somehow after a while it adjusts and it doesn't look that bad. Well, that bad, it just looks great. So you will see when I apply it. So it says leave the foundation to settle just for a few minutes. This will allow the high pigment in the formula to adapt to your skin tone, which is why you get such flawless and perfect finish, and is suitable for all skin types. So the bottle is glass, quite heavy, but I really like the packaging. The applicator is very interesting, so you get this enormous giant doe foot applicator. It has got consistency almost of concealer because it's not runny. It's look, that just goes nowhere. It feels quite thick but at the same time light if that makes sense. It feels very, to me it feels very mossy, like a mousse foundation. So that's the color. As you can see, it looks quite dark and not yellow at all. But like I said before, you know I like my foundations leaning more yellow, but I think I'm really neutral because I can wear neutral foundations, and also with my eye makeup and eyeshadows I noticed that it suits me, the warm colors suit me and the cool colors suit me, so I reckon I'm really more neutral by leaning towards cool yellow. Anyway, so that looks quite dark. Let me just spread it because little goes a long way. Has beautiful coverage. And it does adjust after a while. You will see when I apply. When I first put it on my face it looks really dark and quite scary, but it must somehow adjust to your skin tone. I don't know how I feel about the doe foot applicator, because if you like germaphobe you probably wouldn't like it, as you have to keep dipping it, putting on your face. But like I said before, you have to love your own germs. If you're not using it on clients, just yourself, then it's fine. Or alternatively, you can always wipe the doe foot applicator on a clean hand and work from your hand. I just put it straight onto my face. So I have applied this foundation before with my hands and it was okay, but I think with your hands you get much thicker coverage because it's so thick. You don't feel, it spreads pretty nicely, like I said, because it's quite mossy, but I feel somehow you get thicker application with your hands. So I love using the Real Techniques buffing brush, and really, you know, with a lot of foundations with that buffing brush, I will just sort of stipple the foundation on. With this, I like to really buff it in. I should have really done the comparison, maybe do Estee Lauder on one side and this on the other. I just feel, you know, I used to love my Estee Lauder. It's been my holy grail for so long, but it is nothing new now. Long time ago, this was the only foundation that gave you the coverage and the nice finish and the longevity. But these days there is so many good foundations with the newer technology coming in that I'm overwhelmed, and I love so many foundations now, and this is one of them. It says that this is a moderate to full coverage. I would say it's full coverage. You probably could sheer it out. If you did it with a beauty blender, damp beauty blender, you probably can sheer it out a bit. And it has natural matte finish, and I would say that's true. So all in all, I really like it. I will go into demo now, and as normal, I will check throughout the day with you. Okay, so let's start. I am going to just paint it on me, which is quite nice. As you can see, it looks quite dark, doesn't it? But it's not too bad. And now I'm going to take the Real Techniques buffing brush. I found it the best to apply with. You can do it with fingers, and with fingers is okay as well, but I feel it's nicer if you can buff it in. It is very, very thick, but light at the same time. So it feels very much almost like a mousse foundation. And usually this is enough. If my eyebrows seem a bit red, it's because I've waxed them this morning. Yeah, and that's just one coat, and I would think that's all you need. Obviously I'm not going to go right under my eyes with it because it is quite thick, and I just pat it in. I sort of like to go over with my finger, but as you can see, that one layer is absolutely enough. The finish is not very matte. As you can see a bit of luminosity. Let me just put some concealer. I'm going to use the Maybelline the Eraser Eye in Nude. Just tiny bit. Okay, and that's it. So as you can see, it's got excellent coverage. It feels a bit tacky still, but it might depend as well what you put on the top of. I had my SPF underneath, which is quite thick and emollient, so that could be it. But you know, when I always put my Laura Mercier mineral powder foundation all over on the top of any foundation, I don't do it on this one. I just don't feel I need it. It gives such an even look, and as you can see, it's not really that dark. So it looks so dark in a bottle, but once you've put it on, I mean, I think this is like quite perfect color for me. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take the by Terry Touche Voleutee in number 2, just to tiny bit highlight through the middle. I never used to do that, you know, but when I've started, especially with this product, I can't seem to stop. And this is amazing. It's just okay. So that's what I would do. Now for powder, I will only use the Terry by Terry Hyaluronic Hydro Powder to set the middle, my T-zone, and then just bronze it. I won't use Laura Mercier Mineral Foundation because I feel that would be far too much, as this foundation has so much coverage, but it doesn't feel very heavy or anything. But if you are not into full coverage foundation, you definitely won't like it. You know, it does have a makeup look. It's not too cakey or anything, but it is full coverage foundation, like Estee Lauder Double Wear, but this feels nice, I would say. I'm going to take Laura Mercier Ritual, and today I'm going to apply it as my bronzer all around. I have to be a bit careful as obviously I'm applying it on a, not on the top of the powder, I'm applying it straight onto foundation. It sticks to it a bit more, so yeah, that looks much better. Just buff it in as this is, you know, baked, so really the more you buff it, the nicer it looks. And that will be it for my application. So it's pretty quick, pretty easy, covers everything. Like I said, it's very thick. I mean, when you look at it, it is not liquid. It is almost like a concealer consistency. It won't run anywhere, but it feels very airy and very light, like I said, almost like a mousse foundation. So I'm going to go and finish off my makeup. I might actually maybe video for you the green look that you all liked so much. And then as usual, I'll come back throughout the day and check with you on this foundation. Okay, my lovelies, so I finished my makeup. I've actually filmed this for you because I know you've been asking for this look for a long time. So I filmed this look as I was getting ready. So this is all finished. It is 10 o'clock now, 10 o'clock in the morning. So I check with you 2-3 times throughout the day. But I don't know, let me zoom in. So as you can see, the coverage is really good. I don't think it looks too cakey at all. I don't think it looks flat. I haven't put any illuminating powders. As you've seen, I've only put on my by Terry in a T-zone and a bit of Laura Mercier Ritual around, and I've got blush on. So yeah, the finish is like a natural matte, I would say. It is not luminous. If you see any luminosity, it could be the lights as well. But it's not overly powdery matte, it's just natural matte. So I will check with you a bit later. Okay, so this is first update. It's 2:30 now. I have changed and I've put some jewelry on because we've been out. We actually have bought a new bed, which I'm very happy about because we've had this one for so long and my back's started to suffer. I wake up every morning with bad back and I'm fine in a day, so I know it's bad, and also whenever I sleep somewhere else I wake up feeling fine. So yeah, so that was really good. So the last time I was here was 10 o'clock, so 4 hours now. Okay, so let's check it. You can see I've gone a bit shiny, but not too much. The foundation has gathered a bit around my nose, and also it has sort of broken up on my nose, but I get that with most foundations on my nose. I usually have to touch up my nose throughout the day. Yeah, it sort of gathered tiny bit here and broken up a bit on my chin, but like I said, it could be to do with I've started using some, I'm testing a new sunscreen moisturizer. It could be that, but the color hasn't changed, it hasn't oxidized on me. It's looking still quite good, you know, it doesn't look any drier, just tiny bit here in those places. I can feel I'm quite actually oily, but like I said, it could be the moisturizer because it's very rich, and around my nose. So apart from that, it's looking okay. Keep getting lipstick on my teeth. So yeah, so that was the update. I will do another one. I probably won't do more than another one in probably another 4 hours, and I probably will be wearing something else again because I'm going to get changed now. I've got stuff to do around the house. I have to do some laundry and stuff like that, so I'm going to get changed. So just so you know that when I come back I might be wearing something else. Yeah, so I see you probably in another 4 hours and then I give you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is the last update. It's half past 6 in the evening. We've just been for a walk with Louis, so I'm looking a bit bedraggled. And my foundation looks exactly the same as it did. What was it, 4 o'clock when I did the last update? Or was it 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock. Yeah, it doesn't look much different at all. Like I said, it's gathered a bit on my chin and a bit here and around my nose. But I really think it might be due to the moisturizer underneath, because I don't seem to remember having those issues other times. That might be because I wasn't really checking that closely. So yeah, all in all, if you like high coverage foundation, then you will like it. I would say it is along the ways of Estee Lauder Double Wear, Kat Von D, the Tattoo, Lock-It Tattoo foundation. I like it, and I think the color is good as well. As when you've seen me applying it, looked so dark, but for my tanned body it is, I see in the camera looks quite light actually, but that might be because of the bright lights. So yeah, I definitely like it, and it is not a foundation that I would say is just so amazing that everybody has to have it. And once I finished it, I don't know if I will repurchase it. The colors are very, very odd. You definitely have to go, and the best thing is to get few samples of different colors. Don't just be matched in a shop and then buy the bottle and go home. If possible, have it maybe even go there without makeup and have it applied to your face, because like I said, at first they might seem really dark, but then they sort of adjust. So I would definitely not go and just buy one because you think that the color is good, or because you've been just color matched, because a lot of these sales assistants are not that good at color matching. So So yeah, great coverage. Another thing, it's got no SPF in it at all, so should photograph really nicely, but obviously you have to then consider putting some SPF underneath if you're going to be out. I like it. I don't think it's cakey. I love the coverage of it. The texture is really nice. Like I told you, it's very thick yet light. Buffs in really nicely. You probably could sheer it out a bit with the beauty blender. All in all, if you like full coverage foundations, you will like it if you find the right color. I wouldn't even say that it's settled in my... Usually foundation settles really badly in these lines here. And I'm happy to say that my lines probably look so much better with this foundation than some others. So definitely consider it. I like it. I don't know if I will repurchase it. I might in the winter if I can find the color that I will be then. But for now, I'm happy with it. So that was my review, my thoughts and the demo of this foundation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching and I see you soon. Bye!